Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you're new here or if you're just watching this for the first time, hopefully this provides you with a lot of value. But I'm going to jump right into it because we're going to be talking about xylitol and erythritol and their link to heart attacks and strokes. So this has been some news that came out a while ago. I just haven't got to a video about it, but I wanted to break this down for everybody watching this so that you can understand in a very simplistic form why these cause heart attacks and strokes, and why you should look at definitely decreasing these, especially if you're using them for weight loss, if you're a diabetic, or if you think that you're trying to be more healthy, how that could actually be the reverse. That may not be what's happening. So now xylitol and erythritol, these are sugar substitutes. They're very commonly found in like candies, gums, new like baking goods, like health products are really big on them. But they're mainly used for weight loss, for diabetics, but are they potentially more dangerous than actual sugar, right? And so that's what we're going to be addressing today. Now with everything, there's always a light side and a dark side. So in moderation, these could be okay. However, it's very important for you to understand what you're putting in your body and the risk factors associated with it. So, like I said, this is mainly found in gums and candies. One place that you may be exposed to it that you don't realize is toothpaste. So a lot of these toothpaste aren't using sugar, they're using these xylitol and erythritols. And, especially if you're brushing your teeth a lot, which you should be, then that could be causing some clotting factors that we'll talk about later. Baked goods and then healthy foods. So a lot of these like protein bars, a lot of these like protein cookies, protein brownies, whatever they may be, can actually be a lot worse for you than you think, because they have high amounts of erythritol or xylitol to make them at least taste good so that they don't taste like a cardboard box. But when you're looking at this, you really want to limit your consumption on these things. Not saying that you have to cut them out completely, but you definitely want to be aware if they're a main constituent of your diet, especially, I know people who are trying to use them for weight loss. If you're binge eating these things or using them all the time, they could be causing more problems. So there was a study in the June of 2024, so this year, and 3,000 patients at the Cleveland Clinic. What they found is that if they consumed a certain amount of xylitol, it actually increased their chances of having a cardiovascular event by 57%. Now, I don't know about you, but that's really scary. That means that over half of them were at a higher risk for developing a heart attack or stroke. And we know that heart disease is the #1 issue in America. And what we may think may be helping us deter from that could actually be causing it to still be there or be even worse. So it's pretty scary to think about when we have these things promoted as healthy and they're not. But why does this happen? So in this, what they found is xylitol and erythritol made platelets more sensitive to clotting factors. And with a 30-gram dose of xylitol, so this is why it's very important to read your food labels and to understand, what the research is saying and what you're ingesting and how much, it actually increased 1,000-fold increase in clotting. So now 30 grams, I know that can be quite a bit, but if you're eating a lot of these baked goods, if you're brushing your teeth, and then if you're adding it into your baked goods, if you're trying to bake like healthy breads or those sorts of things and you're using them, then it's not too far-fetched that it would be pretty easy to reach 30 grams of xylitol. So be aware of that when you're, eating these products and when you're doing your own baked goods. And so my suggestion, while you don't have to completely cut these out, you definitely want to limit the exposure to these products. You want to check labels for the ingredients. You want to look at other sweeteners that are maybe more natural, that aren't like a sugar alcohol like these all are. So if you see the "all" on the end, that means that they're a sugar alcohol, meaning that they're derived from an alcohol. And so, you know, more of like your monk fruit is my biggest suggestion as far as the sweetener goes. It tastes different than sugar, but it acts as an anti-inflammatory, a COX-2 inhibitor. So it acts very much like ibuprofen or Aleve or something like that, which is a great benefit. And then, you know, use honey, you can use molasses. There are a lot of different natural sweeteners out there that you can use besides these sugar alcohols. And then, yep, just like I said here, stevia, honey, dates, monk fruit, molasses, raw cane sugar, and then even fruits, especially, you know, if you're doing baked goods, just putting some fruit into it can sweeten it right up. And then, so take caution. We don't know how much of this impacts versus, you know, kind of what the real outcomes are. Research and all of that is just, it's just a certain demographic of population. We have to take it with a grain of salt because there's so many factors that play into it that can, you know, cause the study to turn out one way, or if it's funded by somebody, which we see that all the time, that these research studies are funded by somebody else. And so you may think that a research study is really profound and really good and could be life-altering. However, especially when it comes to medication, if you find something that is, you know, funded by big pharma or a, you know, cereal company that says like sugar's good for you and all these other things, you have to just be very skeptical about the information that you get. And of course, especially even my videos, you should be very skeptical, asking questions. That's why the comments are below. And so any questions that you have and any challenges that you have, I openly accept those so that we can, you know, all just have a civil conversation. There's no need to be rude or anything like that. But hopefully this was informative. Hopefully this got you what you needed to know and you know about the dangers of these two sugar alcohols now. And please like, subscribe, share this with your family and friends so that we get all that information out there. And I will see you all next time. Bye.